My name is Harry Witteveen. Right now I'm 85, and well, I was born during the Depression in 1928, and that was in the Netherlands. And I was the first one out of a family of 7 who was born in a hospital. And I remember I was pretty proud of it because everybody's talking about me being born in the hospital. But our family goes back 130 years with Frisian horses. So that's really something. My grandmother, she was a widow. She had 6 boys on the farm. She had a manager, and she had Frisian horses that time. Now you go back, that's 130 years. And if you get the Frisian horse, it's a very docile animal. You can do anything with this horse. They don't bite, they don't kick. Well, they do kick once in a while, but by accident maybe. We had as many as 70 at one time on the farm as a hobby. And it started as a hobby. The Second World War was really a tough 3 or 4 or 5 years. Now I remember as a kid, must have been about 12 or 13 or 14, that's when Hitler was in power. He said that all schools must teach German. And I said, well, Germans are sure, there were no friends of ours, and so well, why would I learn to speak German? They stole your cows, they took your hay, they took your grain, your feed, our men, you know, and they took our women too. Then in 1943, they wanted to bomb the harbor, and they missed the harbor, and they bombed right into the playground, and they killed about 13 or 14 people, and ruined the whole school and everything else. Oh, it was a disaster. And the school teacher's wife and 6 children died in that accident. When you're young, you don't see the danger as much as when you get older. And then these Canadian soldiers, they were so fantastic to us during the war. They freed us, and it wasn't for these Canadian men and women, we wouldn't have been here. And we have a lot of respect for, and I'm not only speaking for myself, but I'm speaking for, I think, the whole country. They were very, very proud of our men. And even in the place where we are right now in a retirement home, we have quite a few retired people here who were soldiers in the Second World War. And had it not been for these soldiers who liberated us, maybe we would never had this opportunity to be here. My parents were very, very good friends with the mayor of the city because he was getting milk and butter from us, and not only that, but they were very, very nice people. And he said, why don't you boys go and immigrate to Canada or Australia? Because there was 5 of us boys on the farm, and there was only room for 1. And so we decided as an 18 and 19-year-old, and our parents thought they'd never see us again at the time. But there was the worst boat over. I've never been on a boat since. It was awful. I was seasick. After the 10 days on the boat, I was ready to get out as fast as I could. And from there on, it was just heaven all the way. We're a free country, we're a great country, and there's no better. Maybe there is, but I've never seen it. I was in the meat business for 65 years. I was still in the meat business with my 2 sons. So my 2 sons took over the meat business, and I went over to the farm with the horses. Yes, we had a meat store at St. George on the highway, and we have a market in Bradford. The boys, they split the breeches their own way. One stays in the meat and the other one in securities. And they both working out very, very well.
Imagine you could go back in time and speak to yourself as a young man. What advice would you give to yourself as a young man?
I don't know, or do anything different. You can do it. When there's a will, there's a way.